The Coffee Bean is still there, but it's terrible now. It's like it's got more traffic than it's like you get there and you're like, where's the protest? Like you feel like, what are they protesting? That's what it's like. There's so many fucking people there. And then the bagel place is now a Five Guys, which, you know, I love Five Guys, but when I go to I'm not going to eat Five Guys at like noon, you know, because I'm not a piece of shit. I like weirdos. Like my friends are always making fun of me because they're like, your friends are so fucking weird and some of them are so fucking boring. But then I say to them, well, who the fuck do you think you are? You're my friend as well. I love weirdos. Like I have a really tall, lanky fucking string bean Italian friend. I ran the block. Dude, I ran the block so hard once, I swear to God, this isn't even a joke. James Gandolfini came in once to the Coffee Bean and there was like tension. And I'm not even fucking around. I mean, I'm joking about how the tension was there, but he came in once and I was there already. And when he walked in, because I made the Tony Soprano reference, I was like, oh, dude, how fucking cool is it that Tony Soprano is here, but I run this block. But he didn't know it, but like I imagined he knew it. So he got in and he didn't even sit down. He got his coffee and he walked out. James Gandolfini. So disrespectful, by the way, to call him Tony Soprano, like he's not a real person. So this guy's reading a fucking book, and he says, you know, you really got to read this book to me. He says, you really got to read this book. And I say, look, I know this guy for years now. I say, what's the book? And he says, it's a book on religion and about how, and I tuned out. Done. Not only with the fucking book and this talk, done with this guy. So I don't even know how the fuck I got, but that's how this is going to be though. I don't know how I got. I'll get back to the Twitter poll, but that's how this is going to be. I don't know. I went off on a tangent. I have no idea how to get back, but I'm not sorry about it. And so I put up this Twitter poll. It was so hot. I used to do this joke on stage when I was in Sacramento, which I'm remembering now, about how it was so hot that when I would go to Starbucks, I would come back and it was like a fucking sauna. Like I would look in the back seat and there would be an Asian guy with a towel on. Like an old Asian guy would be like, why? And he'd be like, why are you in my sauna? That's so stupid. But if you live in, there's nothing more LA than living in Brentwood, except for living in Malibu. The only place more LA it is to live in Malibu is Paris. I heard Johnny Depp lived in Paris. I heard Johnny Depp, he didn't have a place in Paris. I heard his home was in Paris, and I almost ate my own dick. That's how LA it is. I was like, oh, of course Johnny Depp lives in Paris, because he's the most Hollywood guy there is. And I know people who know Johnny Depp 100% would say to me right now, oh, you don't know Johnny Depp though, and he's actually not LA. In which I would respond, he wears two hats at the same time sometime. Be in LA only. You know what I mean? And don't even be in Miami either, because Miami's always warm. But fuck those 30-minute torrential downpours. You'll be hanging out at you'll like go to a fucking Radio Shack to get some bullshit. And then you come out of Radio Shack and there's cars flying by like in the air because it's like a scene from Twister, and you got to just wait inside the Radio Shack for 30 minutes. First of all, Miami, don't have a festival because you're Miami. Indianapolis, have a festival because people don't have anything to do there, really. Sorry, I mean, I'm not really that sorry saying that. But like Miami having a festival is like doing cocaine on cocaine. Like you can do some cocaine, and then you're at the top of your shit, and then you're like, let's do more cocaine. Like, you're good. Just chill. Don't do that. Don't do more. Right? Miami, a festival in Miami is like that one person who is like just way too drunk and ruins the night. Like, there's fucking 4 or 5 guys, and you're out having a good time, and everyone's like this drunk, and they're like, yo, man, fucking so fun, dude. Dude, remember when Tommy did this shit, and he fucking did that, and that was so funny, and his dad came in the room? That's fine. That's Miami. But then there's the other guy that's like, yo, dude, you fucking know what the fuck, dude? You ain't trying to talk this shit, man? Fuck that guy. And he's pointing at a guy over there, and he's like, fuck him, man. You see the way you fucking bumped into this shit? And that's what Miami and a festival is. It's not fun. Dudes with shirts off and so many tattoos. By the way, the dudes are short as fuck and buff with pink board shorts on. Bye. Oh, you got pink board shorts on? You're 4'6" and you're wider than you are tall? Bye. Ultra, dude. Ultra. It's called Ultra. They literally were like, we're going to have a festival in Miami. What should we call it? And before they got to the word it, they were like, what should we call it? And some guy goes like this, Ultra, obviously. Oh, a festival in Miami, Ultra. Some guy goes, Ultra. Because that's the most name there is. And they'll be like, what if there's a torrential downpour? Downpour? What if there's a torrential downpour for 23 minutes? And they'd be like, fuck it, dude, it's Ultra. Sunglasses on, doesn't matter. Is it nighttime? Doesn't matter. Sunglasses on? Hey, dude, do you have your sunglasses? No, can't get an Ultra then. Why? Because it's Ultra. The rain's coming. Who cares? Leave your sunglasses on. All right, fine. It's not even going to hit me for a long time anyway. I'm 4'6". I'm drowning because I'm too short. It's all good. Just stand on me. Now both of us together are 6'5". That song, Until May. That song plays until May. That's how long the song is. That's how long the song is. It plays until May. I don't give a fuck what month it is. It plays until May. If it's May, it plays until next May. So that's Miami. And I can't even, dude, I did a show in Miami. I did 2 shows in Miami and one time, and I was like, I'm just going to play Fort Lauderdale from now on. I'm not Ultra. I am not Ultra. What the fuck is that, dude? What the fuck is that? Why does everybody want everybody else to get intimate and then be like, oh, it was a great episode? No matter what the fuck the guy does, everyone wants them to get intimate. Joe Buck has a fucking football player on there and he's crying because of something that happened in his childhood. His dad took the ball away or something. And that's what made him a football player. The last thing I want to watch is Dennis Rodman crying. I don't want to watch Dennis Rodman crying. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to watch Dennis Rodman talking about North Korea. That's what I want to watch about. Remember when that shit happened and he was talking all about how he was like, he played in North Korea and everyone was so mad at him? Dude, I don't give a fuck about what the fuck. They got the manager of the Dallas Cowboys talking about, and then when I was 11, oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't care when you were 11. I don't care, dude. I swear to God, we're a second away from having a show that gets the guy from Cake Boss on it talking about what happened when he was 14, and that's why he makes cakes. Why does everyone want to get everyone wants everyone else to get intimate? Fuck that. I'm down for a silly goose time, and that's it. I want whatever team has the ball to win. That's what I want. Because I want some good, down-to-earth, smash-mouth football. I don't know what that means, but that's what I want. I heard Joe Buck say it. But my favorite thing about my least favorite, here's what I don't like about, here's what I fucking can't stand about football. And this is what, there's a lot of sports that do this. And I'm done with this shit. You play 4 quarters. And then the team with the higher score wins. Then, if it's a tie, you have to play more, which is not okay. You decide who wins at the end of the game, no matter what. In my world, that's how it goes. If I was the fucking commissioner of football or whatever that guy is up there, that I go like this. It's over. And they say, but it's a tie. I say, then we look who played better. And that's it. If the game is as long as the game, then that's it. You don't fucking tie and then say, well, okay, let's just play a little bit longer. Then that's not how long the game is. Baseball goes into extra innings? No. You look at the fucking whoever got more hits then. Oh, well, okay, the game's over, but well, we'll keep playing until someone else scores. Then why don't you just play until someone scores? Start the game, play until someone scores. That's the winner of the game was 14 seconds. That's it. You telling me you don't know how long the game's going to be? I'm going to play indefinitely? That's basically what you're saying. No. Fuck that. I got shit to do. Fuck that. I'm going to sit down and watch a 4-hour game, and then if it's not over, I'm going to watch more? Eat my dick. Straight up. I watched Inferno, and oh my. I mean, this movie. I don't even know. Maybe I'm a dumb fuck, but I didn't even know what the fuck. These clues that they left, they might have been speaking another language. I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. And this movie did the two things that I hate. They're devices that I hate. They're so overused, and I hate them the most. The one I hate the most, I'll say first, which is the character, like something loud happens while a character's doing something, like a train goes by, and then it fucking, he has like a violent flashback because of it, where he has to like kneel down, and then he remembers like, and you get like an image, like a train goes by, it's like, and then he's like, and he kind of like kneels or grabs a table, and then we see like an image of like a hooded guy in a field, and we're like, what's that? And then it goes back, and he's like grabbing the table, and he's like, and then we find out who the hooded guy is later on in the movie. Drives me nuts. Why do you need a train to go by to have the guy have a flashback? Just have a fucking flashback. What the fuck's why does a bird need to go, ah? And then you're like, and then like you see like him as a kid, and the mom's pouring him some water, and like she's like, now drink it. And then later on, you find out that it was like poisoning him or some shit. Why you need a bird to caw to have that shit happen? Just have the fucking flashback. I don't like that. That drives me nuts. Here's the other one that I don't like. A guy who sees something and then wipes his eyes and is like, and looks, and it's not there. That drives me nuts. And this movie had both of those things. That drives me nuts. I don't even really want to explain it more. It's just like, come on, movies. How many movies are doing that shit? Where he's just like, what the fuck? And they see a guy and a snake comes out of his back and then bites him on the neck, and he's like, what? And he looks, and the guy's not there, and he's just at home in his study. And what blew up on Instagram was Beyonce's photo. Beyonce does shit. I swear to God, man. Beyonce's the woman. Without like the strong woman, you know, that like doesn't stand for shit, doesn't need a man. Get it. We get it. She's her own woman. She's amazing. So empowering to women. And her own brand. And a phenomenal singer. I mean, she's great. But it's so funny that Beyonce will take a picture on top of a fucking beat up old, like, Ford or whatever the fuck, and pregnant and naked and holding her titties. And people will be like, go, yay. And then if like a girl popular on Instagram did that with 700,000 followers, people would be like slut shaming her. That's hilarious to me. People are who you want them to be in your mind. They're not who they are. You fucking assholes. You know what I mean? People will look at Beyonce and be like, you go, yay. You don't need anybody to tell you can't do that shit. Or Bae, right? Bae, not yay. Yay's Kanye. Oh, whatever. You go, Bae. Yonsei. You go, Yonsei. Hey, use the whole name. Some people call her Bae and some people call her Yonsei. Just put it together, asshole, and say Beyonce. And also, dude, but yeah, that drives me crazy. That people are just who you want them to be because you made it up in your head. You would take a fucking girl who posts asshole shots, literally, or I saw a girl on Instagram once post a picture of her in tights in this chain link fence, and the holes in the chain link fence were bigger than normal, and she sat up against the chain linked fence and had it so one of the links in the chain links was in her ass crack, and her butt cheeks were coming out through the holes of the chain link fence. And I guess some guys were like, wow, that's hot. And then some girls were like, what a fucking slut. All I could think was when I saw that picture is how much actual shit now are on her pants because of the chain link fence pushing it in her asshole. And if Beyonce did that, people would be like, you go, Beyonce. You don't need no man. You leave your man if you wanna. Go ahead and smash a fire hydrant. Go ahead, Beyonce. Get that shit in those neon tights. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Also, I love that like so many women left their man after Beyonce came out with that song where Jay-Z cheated on her. And like it literally probably inspired thousands of women to leave their men. And because like, fuck him, I don't need this guy anymore. He cheats on me. And then Beyonce was like, stayed with her man. And not only that is pregnant, and not only that is pregnant with twins. Jay-Z was like, yeah, you ain't going nowhere. Here's two. And like had an orgasm in her pussy and was like, there's two, you ain't going nowhere. And then probably left and was like, gotta go work. And then made a song about bitches. What's up? This is the third episode of Congratulations. We did it. This is the first official. This is in history. This is the first third episode of Congratulations in history. And that's amazing. We did it. And these episodes are motherfucking coming out every week as long as, people continue to... That's what actually I want you to do. If you would, screenshot this right now and put it on your Instagram and say, I'm listening to Chris D'Elia's new podcast, and tell people to listen to it, or tweet it right now. Get on your phone. You're on your phone because you're listening to it, and then just switch out of the app and go to the Twitter one and tell people to... And link it too. You know what I mean? Help a motherfucker out. Because I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this until... the wheels fall off. Like, I'm going to do this until the wheels fall off. And this is what I mean by the wheels falling off. If people stop listening, if we don't, because I think right now we're number 6 in comedy, which is awesome. And it was number 2. And that's fine. Of course, it's going to taper off because, the curiosity factor is like, oh, what's this new podcast? And it goes down a little bit. But, let's keep riding that fucking wave because you guys deserve some congratulations. So, yeah, I'm here. I'm back. I'm back in town. I went to Atlanta this past week. I was there for 2 nights. Atlanta, 100%. I love it because it's the most Atlanta place of all time. Atlanta's a place where you literally will see, like, if you're not in a room, every other room has a black guy in it with a fucking red suit or something like that. Like I was at Starbucks and I literally saw a black dude in a purple suit. And the thing was, it wasn't like he was showing up to Starbucks to get a coffee to go somewhere where he needed to have the purple suit. He had the purple suit. That was his Starbucks suit. He was there. He put the suit on, no doubt, to go to Starbucks to fucking have this meeting. That shit is amazing because the amazing part is he was not a king of comedy, all right? He wasn't fucking D.L. Hewley or Cedric the Entertainer. He was just some guy that was at Starbucks that was like, this is what I wear, which is amazing. The outfits you see in Atlanta are shit that is like, it's like the Lollipop Guild is what it is. It's amazing. Dude, I got off. This wasn't this time in Atlanta. Last time I got off an elevator in Atlanta, the elevator opened up and this girl had the biggest ass. I couldn't even fucking believe it. It was enormous. And she wasn't fat. It wasn't like, she has a big ass because her body's big. She had like a back, like a trunk, dude. It was amazing, dude. She had a trunk. She didn't have an ass. She had a trunk that you need keys to, and you open it up and you put shit in there like a duffel bag. That's what she had. Like, you could literally, I wanted to tap her on the shoulder and be like, excuse me, ma'am, I can't. And she'd be like, yes. And I say, I can't find my duffel bag. Can I check your trunk? And she wouldn't have looked at me weird. She would have just turned around and offered her ass. That's honestly how much. That's how much her ass was a trunk. And that's some Atlanta shit, dude. That's some fucking Atlanta shit. That was amazing. I couldn't believe it, dude. And dude, the asses in Atlanta are I'm not even trying to be sexual about it. I'm not saying like hot damn, I'm just saying it's a fact. You can literally set up your fucking laptop on, fuck that. You could put a desktop on it and have just put the modem or whatever like next to her leg, and set up a coffee cup, and literally not have to use one of those tables at Starbucks and have that meeting with that black guy in the purple suit. I mean, unbelievable. The Grammys came, which I didn't even watch, but Lil Yachty wore that he looked terrible. I mean, here's the deal, man. And I posted the picture of Lil Yachty. If you don't know what he put in his mouth, he had like these like now and later colored, multicolored, it looked like the gay pride. Each tooth was a different color. And he had those red dreads that looked like a fucking a red tarantula fucking passed out on his head. It was ugly as shit. And I tweeted about how this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. He was on purpose trying to look ugly. That's it. I'm not hating. I'm agreeing with him. Good job. You did it. You have a freedom of expression and you did it. It looks like a glowworm is in your mouth. Congratulations. It looks like a fucking starfish passed out on your fucking head, and you have the KFC fucking bow tie. You did it. If I fucking walk around with a dick on my forehead, like a molded dick, and a fucking star, just like some fucking cutout star on my nose, I'm talking shit about myself if I do that without even saying anything. It looks bad. That's fine. Because that's the thing. There are opinions that are opinions, and then there are opinions that are facts. If you walk around with a dick on your forehead, it's ugly. Sorry, but it is. I'm not sorry, but it is. If you walk around and it looks like fucking Rainbow Bright took a shit in your mouth, it looks bad. Okay, so CeeLo showed up, looked like fucking C-3PO before he did the Atkins diet. He looked like a fucking, he looked, it wasn't even ugly. It was just, this was beyond words. But what the fuck, man? Hey, make music. And CeeLo's talented as shit. I don't know Lil Yachty's music, really. But CeeLo's talented. So just stick with that, bro. Why do you have to show up looking like the thing you're trying to win? He was gold as fuck and looked like he was about to fight the Power Rangers. Yo, make a song, dude. Hey, man, make a fucking song. Oh, dude, you dressed like that? Oh, that doesn't matter. Make 3 songs. Dude, it's so annoying. He didn't even have a mask on like that you would buy in a Halloween thing. Like with the strap in the back. This fucking thing was like done by like the Mission Impossible, or no, not even, like the fucking Lemony Snicket's fucking costume, or what do you call it? The fucking makeup team. Where it was like the one that made Jim Carrey bald with the fucking hook nose. Or whatever the fuck. He was like, You know, CeeLo was like, I got to get the Lemony Snickets. I got to get the Lemony Snickets fucking crack team because I've got an idea. And they said, what is your idea, CeeLo? And they were like, just fucking hang out in this room. I'll be right back. And then he came out looking like he was going to blast off into outer space, which is the only reason why you should look like that. Hey, dude, if you're going to dress like that, fine. But after the Grammys, blast off into the fucking outer space. No. C3P, no. C, no. CeeLo? C, no. My favorite thing, though, is on Instagram is the people who sing. Is the people who fucking seriously sing. Not people who sing who do that, but people who don't sing but decide to do that. It's so funny, man. It's so funny when somebody's, all of a sudden you follow somebody and then all of a sudden they put up a post and they're like, I can't help falling in love. And you're like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, man, what are you doing, dude? It's usually, well, no, I don't want to say it's usually. It's either of some fucking punk 14-year-old kid with hair that looks like he's in Jimmy Neutron, or a 30-year-old woman who feels like, and I'm not saying that this is true because I think 30-year-old women are hot as shit, but who feels like that they got to do something else now that they can't pose on a rock anymore or near a motorcycle. They're like, oh shit, can't fucking pose on a motorcycle anymore. Here we go. Doop. I can't help. And then they post it up and they only post like their mouth singing, you know, because they didn't do makeup that day or some shit. More power to you, to the people who really try to do shit and fucking make a clothing line or design some jewelry or start a fucking podcast or whatever the fuck you're trying to do. No. I take that podcast thing back. No, sorry. Don't start a podcast. Don't start a podcast with your friends. Don't do that. Save us. Don't start a fucking podcast with your friends, dude. Don't do that. Just figure it out in a different way. Go back to school. These billboards have been popping around with the YouTube Red shit, though. Imagine watching something on YouTube Red. Imagine getting home from a day of working hard, sweating, or dealing with a bunch of clients, annoying as shit. You didn't want to do that. You know? And you're like, I just want to fucking unwind. You don't have a family, or maybe you do, you got a girl. And you go home and you heat up the chicken that's in your fridge. And then you turn on YouTube Red. Imagine that. Bro, what are the fucking shows that they have? Every show on YouTube Red should be called Zoinks. That should be every show on YouTube Red. Every show on YouTube Red is called Zoinks. I don't give a shit if it's not. It is. Look them up. Look up the shows. Everybody on the fucking posters is making this face. Zoinks. Dude, come on, man. Dude, what's happening? What's happening, dude? See, that's what's happening. You see these things and you think, well, I have a YouTube account. I'm going to sing. That's what happens. You see the fucking YouTube Red shit. The show's called Zoinks. And you're like, oh, that's like a step away from me. But it's not, dude. Dude, this YouTube Red shit. I don't know, man. You have to subscribe to it. Everybody wants you to subscribe to their fucking shit, dude. Have I talked about this yet? It's been 2 episodes. I feel like I'm fucking already backtracking. Dude, hey, if I want a fucking massage, I don't want to have to subscribe to some shit. You know what I'm talking about? If I want to buy pants, I don't want to have to then get an email from Saks Fifth Avenue every 5 hours. I think I talked about it. LinkedIn. What the fuck is LinkedIn? I gotta get a An email from LinkedIn? I haven't even signed up for LinkedIn. I'm a comedian. What the fuck do I need people in my social network for on LinkedIn? Nah, come on, man. Stop emailing me, dude. I woke up today, I had 42 emails. 2 of them were important. Other ones were like from fucking PayPal. Let me look at, no, I deleted a lot of them. PayPal, fucking some iPic movie shit. Saks Fifth Avenue, there's one. Redfin. Come on, man. Amazon, fine. Travelocity, what the fuck is that? Never signed up for Travelocity. What's going on, man? I got to get a new email. I got to get a new fucking email, dude. Hey, Amazon, stop suggesting shit to me. Amazon suggests fucking 12 bundle of chapstick. What the fuck? Dude, if I bought a 12 bundle of chapstick on Amazon, drown me. And then throw a fucking plugged-in toaster. Dude, I'm going to go to Amazon if I need to go to fucking Amazon, okay? I'm going to go to Amazon if I need some equipment or some shit or some swimmies. You know what I mean? But fucking don't send me a link to, hey, here's a 12-pack to chapstick on Amazon. I can go to the gas station. There's always a gas station down the block. I don't know. This YouTube Red, man. These billboards are out of control. They're popping up everywhere, dude. Never seen that show Billions. But that fucking billboard is the most serious billboard of all time. They should call that show Cancer. And I'm not saying it's a bad show. It's probably an amazing show. That dude with the red hair and red body is in it, and fucking the guy from the Claire Danes show, right? Isn't it? That's that guy, right? From I never know the names of shit. Damian Lewis. He's from Homeland, right? He was on that, and now he's on fucking Billions. Billions is, what's it about? 2 guys in like a building or something? Paul Giamatti's amazing. Paul Giamatti's fucking awesome, dude. But that fucking billboard, hey man, have some levity in that billboard, dude. You know what they need on that billboard on Billions? You know what they need? They need a guy from YouTube Red in the back with the fucking Zoinks face. That's what they need. I mean, there's one where they're facing off. It's not Gods of Egypt. It's Billions. There's these guys in business, right? And they're fighting over who's making money. I don't know what the fuck, but they're staring at each other like each of them murdered their child. Like Paul Giamatti murdered Damian Lewis's child, and Damian Lewis murdered Paul Giamatti's child. And now they're facing off like it's fucking UFC 387. I want a world where you can just... You know what I want a world? I want a world where if fucking 2 dudes drive by in a convertible and no, not even, I'll say more than 2, 3 dudes. They got 2 dudes in the front, 2 dudes in the back in a convertible. And I've seen that. I've literally witnessed that with my own eyes. I've seen 2 dudes in the front of a convertible and then 2 dudes in the back. 4 dudes total in one convertible driving down with the top down. I've seen that with my own human eyes. I want a world where we live in where when that happens, everyone else who's not in that convertible laughs at them, and then everyone in that convertible understands why. That's the world I want to live in, dude. Imagine Lil Yachty and CeeLo and fucking the 2 dudes from Billions in one convertible. That's the funniest thing I could ever imagine. And the 2 dudes in Billions are looking at each other so goddamn serious. Hey, what the fuck does the future is female mean, man? What does that mean? It's okay to ask that, right? Because it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like if I were to stop somebody who wore a shirt that said future is female and say, yo, what the fuck's that mean? Future doesn't have a dick and balls or pussy. Can't be female or male. That I would be the asshole. I would be the asshole. Me. For asking that question. I don't like coined shit, you know? I don't like shit that everyone gets behind either. I don't even like that. I don't like when everyone gets behind some shit. That bothers me, dude. It bothers me. Beyonce is the most talented fucking person. It bothers me how everyone just jumps on the fucking thing and is like, oh, fuck. She's amazing. Dude, if I tweeted Beyonce sucked, which I don't think, if I did that, I don't think I'm famous enough, but there's people that are famous enough that if they did that, it would be news. It would be a fucking hate crime if you said that. Nah. The future's not female. You know why? Because it's the future. That's why. Doesn't have a dick and balls or pussy. Don't assign genders to things that are intangible. Don't do that. What's a cloud? Is a cloud male or female? Yeah. I can't, I don't know, man. Well, I mean, a lot of people like the podcast, which I'm happy about, but some people were like, yo, bro, you're just talking. That's what a fucking podcast is. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to have guests until I need to, I feel like. And then I'm going to get like astronauts on here. And like, well, I mean, not that they would do it, but I'm going to try get them on there and just fucking like ask them all sorts of shit about outer space and ask them why, you know, what the fuck they're doing, dude, and what they do every day. And I want to ask astronauts what they think about dudes who fucking are in convertibles with four dudes. I'm so fucking sore from working out. By the way, well, I work out now, and I've done it for months, and I'm trying to get in shape, you know, or, you know, just be healthy, really, and keep moving because I'm 36. But how do you do it? I'm always in pain. I'm not talking about sore. Like, I'll fucking pull my back, or like that'll get better, and then my shoulder, and then that'll get better, and then like it's my foot or some shit. Is that just going to happen the rest of my life? It just, are you always training? Something has to hurt you? I'm not doing fucking MMA. I'm jumping up and down on a fucking half ball. I'm pulling bands. How is this happening? I think honestly, I just got the fucking short end of the stick when it came to running around. God was like, you can be, you know, you can have long hair, but we're gonna pull your back whenever you try to move. You know, I think that's what it was, dude. And this lady, I called. She had like really crazy frizzy hair. And I said, and she was like heckling or something. And she said something. And then I called her Blanca. Because, remember the Street Fighter 2 thing with the frizzy hair? And then she attacked me like Blanca. But she came up and like grabbed the microphone and it fucking hit my mouth and shit. And I just kind of like sat down because, you know, she was a woman. And, I mean, I don't know. But I was deep in the valley, man. You know, I think the best things in life is shit you can't figure out, right? And I think people agree with that secretly even. I mean, that's what becomes the biggest shit. Like, look at Kanye West or Lady Gaga. They're the biggest motherfuckers in the world. It's because we can't figure them out. We don't even know if fucking Lady Gaga, she could be like an alien. By the way, did you see what happened? I don't know if you've listened to the last episode of Congratulations, but I said I said not me because I'm not famous enough, but I said if somebody said something shitty about Beyonce, it would be news and how ridiculous that was. And then literally the next day, Carlos Santana, who is like the best guitar player in the world or some shit, said that Beyonce isn't a singer and that Adele is a singer and Beyonce is more of a show, you know, person. And it was news. It was like all over the fucking Twitter and shit. That's that, and everyone was like, "Oh, Carlos Santana is a motherfucker for saying it." It happened. I don't mean to be a prophet with this fucking Grammy shit, but it happened. Have you ever looked at someone who's like 15, like really looked at somebody with like shorts on? Knobby as shit knees. You know, nothing fits for some reason. If you're the same height as a teenager, it fits if you're an adult. But if you're a teenager, this shit doesn't fit. You get shorts and they're like so far above your knees or so below your knees. You look like you fucking put the shorts on before you shrunk or grew. And then you got like a polo shirt on if you're a guy, or even if you're a girl, even better. You got like a green polo shirt on and cargo pants. And you got like a high ponytail with like fucking, if you're a girl, but you still got like hair coming down over your ears. And your nose is all big and shit. And you laugh like, ah! And you look fucking gross, dude. And your teeth are gross. And your gums are all big for some reason. The fuck is wrong with teenagers? God, I'm so glad I'm out of that shit. I think about it sometimes. I'm 36 and I think about it. I think, God, thank God I'm not a teenager. Boners all the time if you're a dude for no reason. You're just sitting in the back of a car and all of a sudden fucking a boner comes up. Like it's a groundhog trying to see its shadow. God, dude. You're in the back of a fucking bus, and all of a sudden you just got some squirty boner. So gross, dude. So fucking gross. I don't know how it works for girls as a teenager, but you're just some fucking and you haven't even had sex yet, but you're like and you got this big ass boner, and you're trying to fucking, you're like, do I put it somewhere? Should I put it somewhere? Ew, gross. Gross. So fucking gross in your pimply face with boners and shit. With cargo shorts on and a fucking green polo shirt. You're the grossest kind of fucking person. Congratulations, you're 15. What was that one song I always think about when I think about the past? Not David Gray. Babylon, what's that fucking... Live your hell, live your hell. Hey, Babylon. Whatever the fuck that song was. Remember that song? That was the most high school song of all time. You could listen to that song, you could be 60, and you could hear that song, and you'd be like, oh, I got to get to math class. That's the most high school as fuck song I've ever heard in my life. And then you go to the party, and it's like, I didn't drink, but like people were drunk as shit, and they were 15 and a half. And then it got late night. Here was the least favorite part of the party for me. You're fucking 15 or 16, you're at a party, and some fucking asshole, the music's off, and now there's like, 25 people there, and some asshole finds a guitar and then plays a guitar for everybody. Hey, dude, you deserve to not eat for 3 days. If you do that, if everyone's having a good time and fucking laughing and talking and having conversations, and then some asshole finds the goddamn guitar and starts playing, you know what he starts playing too? He doesn't start playing Babylon or Dave Matthews or shit that's about. You know what he fucking starts playing? He starts playing some fucking... He finds the chords where he starts playing, and he starts rapping over it is what he does. He starts singing a Snoop Dogg song. He starts singing that fucking 1, 2, 3 into the 4, and he's fucking playing the fucking chords, and he's got the green polo shirt on with the cargo pants and flip-flops. Dude, I will murder you. Dude, you deserve to not eat for 3 days. That's what you deserve. That's what you fucking deserve. If you lunatic narcissist. Everyone's having a good time, but hey, dude, let me fucking play the same 4 chords over and over again and fucking sing a J.O. Felony song. Dude, I'll murder you. You deserve to not eat for 3 days. You deserve to look at people eating for 3 days, but not get to eat that same food that they're eating. Dude, we got to stop this, man. If you play a guitar at a party and you're not, Dave Matthews, quit it. If you're playing a guitar at a party and you're not the guy from Matchbox 20, bye. You playing the guitar at a party and you aren't the fucking... I can't even think of a guy. I can't even think of another guitar player that's like would be funny. What a fucking loser I am. I don't know shit. All I would know is the Chainsmokers. Like I'm trying to be current, but I'm like, I want to say like the fucking, I don't know. Dude, just don't do that. Have some fucking humility. With your puka shell necklace on, I'll rip it off. I want to go back to 15 and a half so I can kick all those motherfuckers' asses. I want to study hard. I want to go to Asia and like learn the finest martial arts. Like I'm not even talking about like grappling. I'm not even talking about that shit. I want to go to Asia and I want to fucking wear all brown like a burlap sack. That's all I want to wear. And have a fucking teacher that's like 175. That's so powerful with his mind. And I want to learn all the finest I want him to start me out. I want him to start me out like kicking a leaf or blowing some sugar across the table. And I'll be like, what does this have to do with anything? And he'll be like, this is how you learn inside your mind. And I'm like, I don't get it. And for fucking 3 years, I want to blow some sugar or salt across the table. And then I want to fucking wear only brown burlap shit that looks like Kanye West would have designed it if he was alive in the year 1200. These 11-year-old and 12-year-old like pop stars, and they're sensations, dude. I was on one of these guys' Instagrams, and he was like, thanks, Germany. And he was holding up his guitar, who's, by the way, bigger than he is. The guitar is bigger than this guy because he hasn't gone through a puberty, dude. This guy's an embryo holding a guitar like, thanks, Germany. The crowds are 4 times the size as mine. Sad. I'm 36. And I'm like a fucking homeless guy compared to this 11-year-old killing it. They're like the new Justin Biebers, man. There's a bunch of them, dude. There's a bunch of them. And they're like heartthrobs with braces on. What are the 8-year-old? Dude, I'm imagine a fucking 6-year-old. Imagine a 6-year-old thinking an 11-year-old is a heartthrob. Oh, just being like, I gotta get that album. I gotta get that album. Like a 6-year-old, like, Ma, can I get the album? To a fucking 11-year-old singing. Oh man, dude. That's so funny. Damn, I didn't realize Martin Garrix was so young. This guy looks like a fucking... Whoa. This guy looks like he just eats candy all day long. Heartthrobs, man. They come in all ages. I want to be the fucking... I don't want to be a heartthrob until I'm fucking 75. And I want like 62-year-olds to be screaming at my when I get out of a fucking black car, you know? That would be awesome. I don't even know what I would be famous for. I would still do stand-up, but I want to be famous. I want to be like a famous chef that makes like a dish that's just out of this world that 62-year-old women who are married just can't get enough of. And they're like, oh, chrisd'elia, did you see chrisd'elia? And I cut out of the black car like, all right, no pictures for me. Or maybe I'm like good with it. I'm like, sure, I'll sign it. I'll sign it. Just shitting myself. So old, like 82. Sure, I'll sign it. And they don't even care. Yeah, he signed my calendar and he pissed his pants. Sorry, honey. I'm almost dead. Hope you like my dishes. I think this is really going off the rails here. This is what happens for episode 4. I don't have any guests. What the fuck do you want? I hope you're in your cubicle fucking enjoying this. I'm going to West Palm Beach, and West Palm Beach is that town, dude, is like it's like the Truman Show. It's like where they shot the Truman Show. everybody's so nice, and it's like perfect looking, and it's like everything is a set. You go to Starbucks and it looks like they're shooting there. So I got to go there. I don't know. So I'm going lots of different fucking places. So look at my website, chrisd'elia.com, and check it out. I feel like this fucking... I literally feel like podcasts are cool, man. I feel like I'm a disc jockey. Like I'm just like, check out the website on chrisd'elia.com. You got a lot of interesting dates coming up. Go to Virginia Beach, go to Milwaukee, go to West Palm Beach. Tell me a little bit about West Palm Beach. Tell me about how you feel about West Palm Beach, Chris. Well, yeah, no, I feel like it's the Truman Show. Isn't that right? It's just amazing. We're gonna stop this for a break. We're going to get into some songs. We'll come back to you. We will come back to you, and we'll be listening to ask you a little bit more about the Bieber roast is what we're going to talk about. We're going to, even though it's going to be boring as shit, and even though everyone has asked you about that already, we're going to ask you about the Bieber roast. We're going to see how you feel about talking to Ludacris. And we heard there was a little bit of a scuffle. So we'll be right back after this. We're going to play some David Gray. Leave me on down, leave me on down, leave me on down, Babylon. Hey, what's up? We're back. Hey, Chris. So tell us a little bit about the Bieber roast. Tell us a little about Bieber roast. Tell us how it was talking to Ludacris. I heard maybe there was a little bit of a scuffle at the end of the thing. Maybe you guys had a little bit of a talk a little bit. He was a little bit upset with your jokes. Something you said about. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I basically, he thought I said something that I didn't say, and he was upset, and another guy said one of those things. God, is that interesting? You know, it's people in life sometimes often say something and attribute it to something else. Anyway, we're going to come back in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and play a little bit of a song here, and we can come back. We're going to ask you about what happened to that show, Whitney. We're going to ask you what happened to that show, Whitney. We're going to, everybody, stay tuned for some Dave Matthews. We'll be right back. Blam, 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 blam. Blam, blam, blam. Blam, blam. Blam, blam, blam. Blam, blam, blam. Blam, blam. Blam, blam, blam. Hey, everybody, we're back with Chris. Chris, what happened to that show, Whitney? Well, you know, it just got canceled because not a lot of people kept watching it, so... That's just pretty much what happens, you know, is the show gets canceled, and that's pretty much it. All right, that's pretty much obvious. I don't know why I asked that goddamn question, but sometimes we're up here, we don't know what to say, so we'll just ask you a question we'll ask you a question that even though everybody knows the goddamn answer to, it's palpable. It's palpable for our audience. So when I say something like, what happened to that show, Whitney, even though I know goddamn well what happens to shows when they get canceled, is that people don't watch them, and then shows get canceled, because that's literally the only way, unless the lead character dies, but they didn't die now, did they? Did Whitney die? No, she didn't. No. Did you die? No, she didn't. Did one of the neighbors of the show die? No, they didn't. The show just got canceled because obviously nobody was watching it. So... Anyway, we're going to go to a song, and we'll come back to you. We'll ask you about something. We got some fun questions. We're going to play a little game with you. It's going to be really fun for all of our listeners. We'll be back after we're going to be playing a game. We're going to get into a little Stevie Wonder. That's how all interviews go, by the way. And you're just trying to fucking... We're going to take a request. How about that there's people... I'm not doing the this is me back to me being me and not being the interview me right now to you guys. How about... I think legitimately if the moment you decide for the first time, whether you're in traffic or you're at your office or you're at home or whatever the fuck you're dealing with your kids, the moment you decide, I'm gonna call into a radio station and request a song. That's the beginning of the end. I think that you have started to suffer a psychotic break. to nowadays, in the year 2007, to be like, you know what? I really want to listen to some Neo right now. and call up Hot 107 or whatever the fuck radio station you are. Hi, this is Hot 107. I'm Rick Rickerson. Johnny and the Bash. Call in with your requests. We got Steven on line 1. Is that right? Steven, what do you want to listen to?
Hey, man, I really want to listen to some Neo. If you got anything Neo. Really, I know he's really popular in Europe, but I'm a huge Neo fan.
We got you coming up. Stay tuned and listen to it. Stay tuned and listen up. We might play it in the next 45 minutes. Now, so you're listening to the radio, which is already a dying form, I think. And then you think, you know what? I really want to hear some Neo. And so you call up fucking Johnny and the Bash. You wait 20 minutes for fucking a guy to be like, hey, we're going to get you. We want to hear Neo. And say, okay, cool, we're going to patch you in. And then you got to wait again for another 3 minutes. And then the guy comes on, hey, what's up? Oh, it's Steven from fucking Arlington. And then you say, yeah, hey, man, first of all, love the way you do it. I want to listen to some Neo. And we got it for you, coming up. And then you sit there and you wait for Neo. And you're at your cubicle or you're dealing with the kids or you're in traffic and you're just waiting for your song to come on. Imagine being in traffic waiting for your Neo song to come on. Just imagine waiting in your traffic. Imagine sitting in traffic waiting for a Neo song. That's the beginning of your psychotic break. That's your psychotic break. That's your small little, precursor to the huge earthquake in your mind, which is, by the way, sounds for sure like a David Gray song. Small little earthquake, small little precursor to the earthquake in your mind. Leave your head. But by the way, if you want to listen to Neo, instead of calling up the radio station and waiting an hour for the Neo song to play, pick up that phone you were going to use to call the radio station and YouTube a fucking Neo song. YouTube it. YouTube a Neo song. Congratulations, you can do that. Calling into a radio station to hear a fucking Damien Rice song. Bye. Holy shit. I don't understand it. It's so fucking your time management, dude. Do another thing instead of that. Oh, man. I love it, though. I love it. I love that shit. I love people that do that. Even though the guy at the guitar at the party I don't like. That guy sincerely deserves to not eat for 3 days. But if you fucking call in to hear a Neo song on a fucking drive home, oh, you're wonderful, bro. And I don't use that word wonderful. You're wonderful, man. Stand in a field and run your hand through the fucking weeds. You're wonderful. I hope you get a nice, pretty girl with a dress on. I'm trying to eat healthy, though, after I saw that documentary. I'm trying to fucking work out, keep fit, and be healthy. And I ate tuna today. And I'm going to try and eat as many fucking vegetables as I can. I'm going to eat so many vegetables, I'm going to shit out a whole carrot in the toilet. And I can't even flush it because it's legitimately a carrot. And I can be like, oh, I just got to grab that out of there. And even the green part on the top is going to be on it, even though I didn't eat that part. I'm going to eat so many vegetables today, it's going to be ridiculous. And you think I'm going to juice them? No, because that's not how nature intended us to eat them. Dude, they made a fucking celery stick, so I'm going to eat that fucking celery stick. How dare I try to juice it and only get the good shit out? The tasty shit? Nah. Bro, give me it all. I'm going to pull it out of the ground and eat that and eat the dirt. Give me some rock. I hope there's rocks in there too. I'll eat them. So yeah. So I'm trying to not do the sugar thing, bro. You'll get cancer. Yo, you listening to this? Don't eat it. Put it down. Some of you people are about to put that shit in your mouth right now. Some fries or whatever the fuck with the Chipotle sauce. Put it down. Here's the thing about pet names. They're fine if you're in the relationship, right? If you call someone a Pookie Bear, it's cute. To me, it's like a girl, like if you have a girlfriend and she's wearing a fucking fedora, it's cute because she's your girlfriend in the fedora. But if you see a girl wearing a fedora, boner removal. If you see a random girl and she's hot wearing a fedora, boner removal. Just so you know. Does it have a feather in the hat? Extreme boner inversion, right? But if your girl has a fedora on with a feather in the hat, it's cute. And you're going to talk like a 1920s gangster. You're going to be like, come over here, dame. I love those gams. Boner inducing. Not your girl, boner removal, right? So if you're calling someone a Pookie Bear and you're out in public and I got to hear that shit, time to set up the firing squad. But yeah, no, I just, I think it's cute to do it. But to have to hear it in a Chipotle or having to hear it in like a Cheesecake Factory, no, dude, that's just out. I go to lunch, dude. My hands are tied now. Here's another one. QDizzle12. What's the weirdest gift a fan has ever given you? Tried to give you. I had a guy come up to me once. No, I had a driver of the guy come up to me once and offer me his girlfriend. The driver came up and said, hey, I'm driving this couple right now, and the man here would like to let you have his girlfriend if you'd like. And I was like, oh, hey, man. No, that's so fucking weird. I said, nah, that's so weird, man. I was like, I can't do that because that's so weird. And also, no, I just didn't want to be in like any situation like that, man. Also, why the driver? Why was the driver? He was like, this guy hired me to drive him. And yeah, but I've gotten weird shit. I've gotten so many paintings. People come up to me after shows, give me charcoal drawings of my face, which is like, sweet, they do it. But why the fuck would I want a charcoal drawing of my face? Am I going to hang up? If I hung up all those in my house would be fucking littered with charcoal drawings of my face and watercolors of me on stage. I feel like Donald Trump would hang all those up of him, though. I think the White House is going to be full of them. I don't know. I get weird shit, though. I have people that give me things also that are like, here you go. And I don't know what they are. And then I'm like, well, maybe I mentioned this once on on stage in a show in like Albuquerque or something. I don't know. But so those are the two questions that I answered today. But send me some more. Use hashtag congratulationspod or tweet me. But you got to use the congratulationspod. Those are the ones I check. And then sign up. I sound like a fucking old man. Please subscribe to the podcast and then rate and review it. That helps a lot too. And it also makes me want to do the podcast more because this is only number 4 and I'm happy still, but who knows what the fuck will happen in the next few weeks. So do that and fucking tell people about this shit, like your friends. Make them fucking sign up, please, or otherwise, I'm going to lose some steam. And then, I don't know. Send me nice messages, I guess. I don't really care about that last one. But, yeah.